This special guest is running for re-election, and I hope we all come out in a huge force to go vote for him. He is the governor of the great state of Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Rick Snyder.
Mojo, thank you for that wonderful introduction. I appreciate that. It is a special event to be here tonight. This is my 4th time at this event. And it's something that is special to me, as I was meeting many guests, and you have many great people from other parts of the world, from other states. And I was very easy to say to them that I'm honored to have you visiting the state of Michigan. And I hope you recognize there's something special that you're at the place in the state of Michigan to be tonight, which is right here with you. So it's an honor to be with you. And I want to welcome, again, the bishop. It's always an honor to be with the bishop. Sister and your colleagues, the other sisters, thank you so much. Ambassador, thank you for joining us. Many other distinguished guests. It's great to have Senator Stabenow. Many members of the legislature are with us. I'm worried that if I have to be gone, they may pass several bills. That we may have quite a few members, but they've been awesome partners for these years in the reinvention of Michigan, and many other elected officials. This is the place to be in the state of Michigan. But why is that? Why can I say it with such conviction? Well, when you look at the state of Michigan, there are 2 issues that I still think need to be the top priority. The need for more and better jobs and a future for our children. And when I look at the role model for how to do more and better jobs and a future for our children, the role model I quite often cite to people is the Chaldean community. When you talk about more and better jobs, and you talk about entrepreneurship, you talk about people that know how to grow a business, how to employ people, how to be successful, how to network. The Chaldean community are true leaders in that. And I really appreciate what you've done to help the reinvention of Michigan happen. Thank you so much for your contribution to our community. As I tell people in state government, our role is not to create the job, it's to create the environment for success and let free enterprise work. And free enterprise is what Chaldeans do well. And in terms of the environment, I'm happy to say we got rid of the Michigan business tax, the dumbest tax in the United States. We created a regulatory environment which I think would be even more creative if we followed Mojo's recommendations on what would happen, but we've tried to make it easy to do business in our state. And we're going to continue on that path. And then with respect to a future for our children, the family element of the Chaldean community is something I always admire. The strength of family, the conviction of family, the support of family. But tonight I was going to speak a bit about a larger family that I'm very proud of to be part of an effort, I hope, with the Chaldean community to really show leadership, not just in Michigan, but in our country. One of the things I was proud to do in the State of the State address this year was announce we were creating the Office for New Americans. We have an opportunity to help people in need, in terms of refugees, in terms of immigrants to our country. Too often people in the United States have forgotten what has made the United States a wonderful place. They view immigration as a challenge point. I challenge people, and I ask them, what made America a great country? Name the top 5 things. And I don't know anyone that could do that list without having one of those 5 be the fact we welcome immigrants. And it's something we need to do a better job of in our country. So I'm proud to create this Office for New Americans. I have the leaders of that office with me. Bing, Goey, and Karen are with me tonight. And I hope you have an opportunity to say hi. Where are Bing and Karen? They're somewhere out there. We have people in need in this country and other countries. We have refugees wanting to come to the United States. We need to embrace that. And I want to recognize the Chaldean community for your support of refugees in terms of services to help with housing, to help with relocation, to help find a job, with mental health, with physical health. All those different services make a difference. And they send the message to the rest of the country that we are a place of welcoming people. There are more things to be done, though, that I'm proud of. One is we just recently got certified by the federal government in a very prompt and efficient fashion to be welcoming to entrepreneurship and to capital investment. And I hope there's ways we can work with the Chaldean community, because again, talk about entrepreneurship and innovation, to have more of that happening in our area with the new EB5 centers, the technical term. Another thing I'm advocating that I think would be fabulous, and I would appreciate your support, is I've asked the President to look at the question, could we get 50,000 highly skilled immigrant visas for people that are willing to live and work in the city of Detroit? If you look at that, it would be one of the great economic opportunities. And again, the support we'd find from the community in terms of business and enterprise, that would create over 150,000 new job opportunities, most likely in the city. And what an economic engine that would be. Because when people ask about do immigrants add value, on average, they would create 2.5 jobs for every job they assumed. What a great economic boom. And one way I try to illustrate, and I'll put this in a summary fashion because I want to make sure you have an opportunity to hear from the award winners and see their great achievements, is when I challenge Michiganders to say, we have some great companies that were created by immigrants, and we tend to adopt them as Michigan companies. And the traditional list I've used has been Dow, created by a Canadian immigrant. Dow Chemical was by a Canadian. Meyer, which was by a Dutch immigrant. And then Masco, an Armenian immigrant. But I've got a new one to the list, and that's great, and a great illustration of the award winner tonight. There's a company called U.S. Ice that was created by immigrants. So as we think of the great organizations, companies, and jobs we've created in this state and this country, I hope we can all stand together to say, as a community, as citizens of Michigan, as citizens of America, that let's send the message loud and proud out of an event like this, that we embrace immigrants. We welcome them. We want to be that place that welcomes people that have had difficult times in their lives and say, if there's a place you can come where you're welcome, and you can feel close with family and friends and have an opportunity for a career and a life and an opportunity for their children, it's Michigan. So let's speak up and be loud and send that message back to Washington. Thank you so much.